I wanted to share with you something that came to me in a dream, which is kind of crazy because I don't put a lot of thought into my dreams normally, especially being pregnant. I probably have crazy dreams. But one night I had this dream, and in the dream we were at church, and service had just let out, and the pastors had just come back from a trip. And we were all in this back room on one of the back hallways, and all of the leaders were in this room. And on the table were 10 bank bags full of money and checks, which is crazy to me because there was just so many of them. And we opened them up, and there was just all these different checks from people of the church. I saw checks for $1,000, for $3,000. I saw one for $10,000, and a lot of the names were very familiar to me, people that have been here for a really long time. And then there was also people that I didn't know, and there was all this cash, and there was even foreign cash. I saw one bill that was like a $10,000, or it was 10,000 of some kind of foreign money. And I was like, where did this all come from? I mean, this is crazy. I think I felt like I was teaching or something, so I didn't know what happened in the service. So I was like, what did y'all do in the service? Like, what did y'all talk about? Because this is crazy. And so we started like just adding up the checks, and we all kind of took turns as leaders, adding up the checks, adding up the cash. And it took a while, and we were passing it all around to take turns. And we looked at the last receipt that had all of the add-ups. We added up the cash, we added up the checks, and I was just expecting it to be about $900,000. That seems like a whole lot of money to me. Like $900,000, we could do so much with that. We could share the gospel with so many people with that much money. And I saw it on the receipt, all added up at the very end, big circle and in red. It was $9 million. And it was the craziest thing ever, because I'm like, how in the world did we get $9 million out of 10 bank bags? It just seemed like there had been some kind of multiplication or some kind of miracle that had happened. And I was just amazed, and everybody else was amazed. And when I woke up from this dream, it was just, I felt like it was God saying, we've got to expect more than we've been expecting. I've just really been thinking about, well, let's just meet, budget, or meet bills, or just barely get the roof paid for, But the thing is, God has more than enough. He's got an abundance of resources for us. But I think we have to really realize that it's going to come through us. It's going to come through the people of Good News Church. It's going to come through the hands of people. It's not going to just appear from heaven. I wish that happened, but that doesn't happen. It's going to start with us. And I want to be one of those people that gives that big amount, because I know it's going to reach people. I know it's going to go to changing lives. I see that our vision for the church and for the I Give Life course is so much bigger than us. And there's no way on our own that we can reach all those people without the resources that we need. And God has that for us, but we have to expect it. That $9 million is kind of interesting, because Eddie and Nate have been talking about believing God for $3.6 million for the people of Good News Church, for their income, so that everything would be taken care of. And 3.6 and 9 million, it's like almost triple that amount. God's saying, I will blow it out of the water, what you're expecting. If you'll just raise your expectancy, if you'll believe with us, if you'll be looking for that extra that comes into your hands, and realize God has a purpose for this extra. So I just encourage you to get your expectancy up, to really believe God for more than enough, not just for your own needs, not just for just to get by check, It's bigger than that. Your life is meant for bigger than that. believe for more than enough that you can be an extravagant giver.